Hi, honey.
Hey.
Why are you wearing sunglasses?
Because, honey, you're ambushing me. I work 17 hours and I have no makeup on. I look like shit.
But the Jag.
It looks worse than when you got it.
What do you mean it looks worse than when I got it?
This looks way worse. This side wasn't damaged.
It's still not damaged. It's just off there. See, it's all over there.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? Well, you can see we're going to be taking the Jag apart today. Got Oakley there, doing a little walk around. Starting at the side here, we got down. We're working on removing this piece here. Fairly simple. You know, it's only about 9 bolts, I think, to take that entire thing off. As you can see, I like to make things way more complicated than they need to be. Got a lot of tools involved. Apologies for the underwear, by the way. Doing my best here. Again, one man in his garage, just trying to take apart a Jag. So we're going through here, removing all the bolts here. I tried to, mess around with some of the trim pieces, try to figure out what we needed to do in there. Playing around with it a little bit. Checking the camera low, making sure it's still recording the right way. It's kind of hilarious how bad I am at all this. But you got to take apart this rocker cover here to get to the last couple fender bolts down there. You can see me here. I'm checking how many do I have left, and how many do I really need to pull out here. Can I just kind of shimmy it out? But making progress. It's actually pretty fun to work on this thing. You know, you're learning a lot. You know, there's an iPad up there. We actually have the shop video, shop diagram going. I'll post another video later, but the shop diagram, the shop workbook manual for this car is 3,500 pages. So it covers pretty much everything that you need it to cover. Pretty much got it off now at the end. We're gonna move over. And you can see last couple bolts there, they're actually holding that fender on the bottom. These are the bolts on top to hold the fender on. And yeah, now the fender is completely off. You can see basically just the bolts there. There would have been some more on that front support, but obviously the accident had removed those when you're looking at it there. Here's me. Apologies for the sweat. Again, it's a pretty warm day out there. Trying to figure out what do I need to do to get this front clip off now. Walking back over to the toolbox. Again, terrible mechanic. Got my tools hanging all over the place. Got my little yellow box there. Again, I'll post it in another video. It's important to keep all of your tools together. Or all the parts together, rather. So you know where they came off of and where they're going to go back to. Got a clip tool here. Pick those up at Harbor Freight pretty cheap, but you really need those when you're doing any kind of body disassembly or any kind of work inside. Still checking the camera, making sure it's still rolling. It's actually in the back of my pickup truck bed. It's a funny thing, a little tripod on it. Grab the ratchet. Again, Ryobi. Oakley's getting tired of the shit we're doing here, so he's gonna go lay on the floor. If you guys notice in the background. Again, terrible shop dog. I mean, just doesn't want to work. But he looks cute in the process. So going through there, seeing, okay, can I pull this off now? We actually have a full bumper cover coming in silver. It's getting shipped in from California. We were able to source one. Got all the brackets, all the trim pieces and everything in there. Just throw that out. Don't need that. Well, I was able to shimmy it off. Now we're working on this. It's actually the fender support there. Like I talk about later. So everything in this car was pretty much bolt-on pieces. Wasn't any major frame damage on it. Nothing got bent. Nothing got crumpled. Thumbs up. Got her off. Pull it out of the way. God, that's a massive amount of sweat there. I am so sorry, everybody. Be a lot better if I had somebody else to, the second camera angle. Nope. Did need that piece. Had to order a new one anyway. It was kind of damaged there. It's me figuring out how does this thing come off. It's not bolted on anymore. It got sheared off in the collision. Anybody working on these things, you guys know, again, pretty straightforward when it comes to these components here. Nope, got it. Thumbs up again. Let's go. Those tubes there, for anybody wondering, if you're not sure, this car had the headlight squirters in it. I don't know if all the XKs do. You guys can let me know below. But it's a whole assembly. You can actually order all those tubes together. A lot of the connectors were broken. Now I'm trying to figure out how to remove this front, the bumper support. Actually, you could see on the left-hand side, looking at it, sheared off there in the collision. Nice thing really was, though, this car did what it was designed to do, right? These bumper components up front, these pieces are designed to kind of fold and kind of crumple, kind of build you that crumple zone on the front of the car when you get into an accident like that. That's going to protect you. It's going to protect the rest of the car from getting too much damage. Like we talked about, I actually found the prior owner's information in the glove box after I bought this at the auction, and I called her, and she was very, very friendly, very nice. She let me know the story in the car. She hit the gas instead of the brake. Apparently it's more common than you think. I made a joke. I think it's something Christina would do. I think it's something she probably has done. She'll kill me for that. She makes it this far in the video. So yeah, she wasn't going very fast when this happened. It wasn't like she was racing the car or anything. When you're buying collision damage cars, I think the most important thing to do is really, do your research on it, do your homework. You can ask the auction for more information, more videos. They'll give you some close-ups on it. This is me trying to fight to get this socket on here. It's a DeWalt socket going onto a Ryobi drill. So yeah, but again, you guys can do this. It's not hard to get into this. There's auction sites out there. They make it where you can just buy these cars. You don't need a dealer license or anything like that. I don't have a dealer license. But yeah, now we're removing the last of the bolts here to take off this front bumper support. It's actually all one unit there. It's 4 bolts, holds it all on. Or actually 8 bolts, sorry, 4 on each side on the where it mounts to the frame there. Those are frame extensions that come out as well. But the frame extensions are surprisingly bolt-on in this car too. It's me again just trying to figure out, can we get her on there? So yeah, most of this video is just me disassembling it. I got another video I'm going to post later that has, some more of that. But keep following along, everybody. We appreciate it. My wife's excited to watch the channel grow. Thanks, everyone.